Hi all and welcome back to a new video of which we discuss tomorrow's Leopardstown racing card, obviously the second instalment of these Thursday night videos, or Thursday night cards, of which I'm going to be covering. So in tomorrow's card, the feature is the Ballyroan Stakes over 1.4 miles, a Group 3 contest seeing Yucatan and Azira and horses like that. But anyway, we're going to go quickly through the card. Like the previous video was all right. It was looking a little bit because the only winner we had up until the last race was Anthony Van Dyke. But then we got 8 to Late and Zimbama each way, which was a 6 to 1 winner and a 20 to 1 place, which was a lovely way to finish the card and got us some lovely money. So we'll start off tomorrow's action with the 520, the 6 furlong maiden, and I'm actually going to side with National Guard here for Aidan O'Brien at 5 to 2. I know he was turned over at 2 to 11 last time, which is slightly concerning, but I think the application of blinkers will do this horse no end of good, and I do see him actually potentially being a bit better than we're trying to give him credit for, considering that just one maybe blip on his radar. We move into the 6 furlong handicap, and I can't see by T for Tango here for Richard O'Brien. Richard O'Brien, a very shrewd operator now. I think it's his second season as a trainer, and he's done superbly well and often does well with his horses at Leopardstown. This horse flew home on stable debut at the Curragh in a 30-runner contest on Monday and sure to go close in this slightly smaller field. Actually, it's a much smaller field. There's only 6 runners. Betsy Trotter does seem to be it has got a favourite's chance, but I'm willing to oppose. In the Mile 2 maiden, it's hard to look past Centroid here for Dermot Weld and Declan McDonough, the half-brother to the high-class, superb filly that is Enable, in the same colours as well. Taking on National Wealth, who's got a bit of second-itis, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't be taking 4 to 5 National Wealth, considering he hasn't won a race in 4. Centroid is a lot more unexposed. He's got a lot bigger chance to improve for everything he does here. And therefore, I take the chance at him at the prices at 7 to 4 to take on the 4 to 5 favourite. Then we get the mile handicap, which is probably the toughest race on the card in my eyes. So I'm taking a bit of a stab in the dark, really, on Perfect Tapatino for Joseph O'Brien and Jonathan O'Brien on stable debut. His 3 runs didn't really yield much. But New Yard, you know Joseph is a very good trainer at the best of times, and therefore you hopefully could ready one. He's at around 9 to 1 at the moment. Also in that race, I wouldn't discount one draw through a line, Phoeniocht for Jim Bulger and Kevin Manning, in good form as well, especially at Leopardstown is Jim Bulger, and Phoeniocht, if he wasn't so poorly drawn, he'd be shorter than 12 to 1, so 12 to 1 mightn't be the worst value. Then we get the Grand Thornton rated race, like a conditions contest. Sir Jack Thomas is the favourite here, but I'm again willing to oppose the favourite in the line of National Glory at 4 to 1. He looked like another one of these Joseph O'Brien horses that potentially had second-itis, but finally got a maiden win on the board after some fantastic placed efforts, especially behind Way Cuckoo at Leopardstown a couple of weeks ago. This horse is at 4 to 1, and I think he's actually being underrated just because it took a while for him to get his head in front, but he did it so easily last time out that perhaps that could give him the confidence to go on and get a second back-to-back win. We then get to the Ballyroan Stakes, and it does look to be between Yucatan and Azira based on all known form. But Yucatan's a very funny horse, and I'm not a big fan if I'm being honest, and Azira is coming back from almost a year off and surely is being targeted at that exact race that she wins at the Champions Weekend. So this is again my time to back the King at 13 to 2. Didn't seem to stay a mile 6 last time out. Perhaps a mile 4 is just his trip. He mightn't be quite up to this standard, but he's getting heaps of weight, and at 13 to 2 with an each way bet to nothing in my eyes. And the concluding mile 7 handicap, which gave us obviously so much joy last time out, we're going to go for 8 till Late. He won a similar contest to this at a similar price. He's 6 to 1. He's a very reliable sort, and he should go well. In terms of a price horse in this one, I think Grand Partner at 12 to 1. He's a bit in and out at the best of times. He's he's very exposed, but he loves Leopardstown and always runs well at Leopardstown, both over hurdles and on the flat. so he's a keen course and distance goer. Anyway, that's all for this episode from Leopardstown. Hopefully it will be the exact same next week, and tomorrow we can back some winners at good prices. So anyway, best of luck, and as always, happy punting.